This versus the Dewalt. Who's gonna win? So I have something new for you. I had some influences that wanted me to buy stuff from Temu. I got a message that I can buy a Dewalt imitation impact for $27. I'm like, heck yeah, I want to try that. I already have enough impacts, I think. Got this here, shows up. It is not the Dewalt, but the Dewait. See, DewaitPro. Pretty funny. It's got 1,000 Newton meters max torque. Also on the box, 10,000 Newton meters of max torque, which is like 7,000 something foot-pounds, so it definitely can't be that. It's two 4,000 milliamp hour lithium batteries. Here it says batteries sold separately. I don't know. On the instruction manual, it actually says in place of Dewait, love we. So I'm not sure what Chinese brand it is. Shipping was worth the wait. But Dewait no more. We're gonna try this thing. So the test I have for this, I'm going to tighten a nut. The biggest nut I can think of is the trailer hitch nut, and see how hard it was tightened to. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use a snap-on torque meter to measure the torque it takes to remove the nut after it's tightened by these impacts. These impacts, I mean this one compared to the Dewalt I own. My Dewalt one is a 400 foot-pound one, so hopefully this outperforms it due to what it says. I think I'll make a separate video on Temu itself because I kind of have mixed reviews on Temu. I don't know if I like it. Most of the time you get cheap crap, but watch that video. Let's get to opening this up, seeing what it looks like. Came with some impact sockets. I'm not sure I'll use those, but you know, it's always good to have extra sockets. There's obviously no battery inside, so the battery's not included is the correct part of that. It looks like a Dewalt, being yellow and black, I guess. If you're familiar with Dewalts, you know that they have usually lights here. I guess the bigger impacts may not. They probably have lights down here, and this one has a light here. Looks okay. It says it's brushless. It's got, you know, some power level indicators down here. Actually, reading the back of it, it has some more information. Here it says 2 to 22 IPM, or impacts per minute. And I believe on here, it says 3,550 IPM. So whoever did this really doesn't know how to make a box. Also on the back of the box here, it says 450 foot-pounds, or 610 Newton meters, which is far from the cover of the box. So we'll have to try that. If that's the case, this should compare well to the Dewalt. It's the Dewalt 1/2-inch compact light one that I like. I think it's like the 921 maybe. This one feels pretty heavy. It feels like a mid-range impact. It's not light. It's not as heavy as like the DCF 900 that I have. That's good for 1,400 foot-pounds, which I've never tried it, you know, to the test I'm going to put this one to. So maybe if we have a good video here, I'll test out that one. And maybe if we like that one, I can buy the DCF 961, the one that's good for like 1,800 foot-pounds. Just because, you know, when we don't have you know, power in our jobs or power in our lives, we can always turn to buying powerful tools, and that adds the power into our life. So we're good. Many of you can tell that this is not a Dewalt. The name almost says Dewalt, except it says Dewait, DewaitPro. So that's not what I ordered though. The thing I ordered was kind of unbranded. So Dewait is over. I know you can't Dewait for me to tighten these nuts. Let's get to it. Hopefully the wind doesn't disrupt the sound too much. This is the nut that I'm going to use the impact on. Use this to hold it, put it in sideways just so it's easier on me. I have a adjustable wrench to hold the ball part in case I need to. I have the snap-on torque meter that I'll use. 1.5-inch socket is for the nut. We have the DewaitPro versus DCF 921. Got a move dog with a 4 amp hour battery that I'm use on both. I'll use the DewaitPro first. I believe the specs on this are 400 or 450 foot-pounds of reverse torque. So I hope it's a good comparison. We'll see. So I'm going to take this 4 amp hour battery, put it on the DewaitPro. Oh, wrong socket. This is a 3/4 inch socket, 3/4 inch drive socket. So you can see the nose is protruding out a little bit more. Quality looks decent. These are hog ring style. Looks like it's on the high power level. Let's see what it does. Wow, that's loud. Alright, so it is moving it, so I'm going to tighten this. Let's see, are you getting good video? Loosen it and then tighten. Okay, so it does loosen. Now let's tighten it back so that way I know it was just me. Okay, so now we're ready for the loosen part. We'll assemble this guy. 3/4 drive, torque meter, goes up to 600 foot-pounds. Put the extension bar on. So how do you know if this is accurate? Or how well the torque meter is calibrated? I don't. I guess the way to tell would be to put like a 1 foot arm with a known weight or a longer arm with a known weight and calculate my torque. But I'm going to trust that these are within tolerance range of plus or minus 2%. So I'm hoping that's good enough. Does look like it put a beating on this nut, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to put here on the camera so you can see the torque meter. This is lefty loosey. I'm going to put it to where you can see. You can see it's on 0. So now let's watch it. Whew. Okay, I'll have to watch the video to see what it went up to, but it looked like it was around 450 foot-pounds. Let's go to the Dewalt. Take my battery, put it on the Dewalt. My impact socket. Put the wrench back on it. Okay, so that was the Dewalt. Now let's see how that one goes. You guys see the torque? So this goes up to 600 foot-pounds. The main dial right here is kilograms per meter, so that's a different scale. But inside here you got 600, 400, 0. So let's try to see what that goes to. Pull up on here, push down on here. Hopefully it's a decent test. Huh. Okay, well, I didn't tighten it very much at all. Does this have a power setting? Let's try it again. Took like about 300 off to go to the video to watch that too. The DeWalt might have outperformed the smaller Dewalt. Put this away. Alright, I'm gonna make sure the Dewalt can loosen what it's got on. Actually, let's make sure the DewaitPro. You see that? DewaitPro. Versus the DeWalt versus the Dewalt. See that? That's so funny. Alright. Swap batteries. Alright. Got it all the way off with the DeWalt. No problem. Back on, just so it's ready to tow. Should be ready to tow. And hopefully I didn't break anything because I'll be mad. It does look like I took the chrome off the ball, or at least right there on the flats. As I noticed in my hand, this one, the DeWalt, is definitely heavier. You can see the size difference. This one also has a socket on it, but it's still heavier. This one has a battery on it, but it's still heavier than the baby DeWalt. Would I buy it? Probably. $27, come on. There's the light. It does spin slower, I think, than the DeWalt. It also has quite a different sound, right? They both say brushless on the handle. Hopefully that's true. This one feels like it spins slower. It also feels like it hits less. So between the two, I guess if you only have 30 bucks, get this off Temu, the DewaitPro. See how it handles, you know, good old mechanic work. So far I'm impressed. I'll put this to work and see how it goes. Temu, you still get what you pay for. Are there good deals? I'm sure there are. You're taking a risk, I think, with Temu. This versus the Dewalt. Who's gonna win? From a torque standpoint, I think the DeWalt did tighten harder and had no problems loosening what the Dewalt tightened. That it does impress me a little bit. Makes me think that, you know, this can take off most lug nuts, since I have used the DCF 921 to take off lug nuts. It's probably more equivalent to DeWalt's mid-range in size and weight. But can you beat the price? Probably not. This pops off pretty easy. There's just like a cover here. Looks like it has, you know, some machining there. Not sure. That seems cheap. The Dewalt, I don't think it pops off at all. It does have the lights, which are cool. DeWalt no further. Introduce you to my co-producer. Gotta get his attention with this. Get him to look at the camera over here. There you go. Come over here. Over here. Okay, well, he doesn't want to now. But he's a Dewalt guy, trust me. So I hope you enjoy this video.